We got him somehow. We can use this somehow. Wait a minute. I think... Okay, weird vampire. I think... Look, there's so much blood here. But there was no blood on the cloth, right? No, it's just the handprint. We got him somehow. That has to be something. Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Cannot show the evidence. It is not approved by the police department. You think I should show it? Oh God. I don't know. I don't want to show it. I don't think I should show it. You really think I should show it? You think I should? Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. The case on trial isn't who murdered... Okay. I'll show it. I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. Okay, I didn't get penalized for that. Do I show the... Okay. But do I show the cloth or do I show this picture? No! Wait! Oh, shit. Okay, let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes, at least you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean?
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy.
What?
Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... Because she... Emma Sky.
Emma Sky?
What? They're mine.
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still try to pin the murder on me.
So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you, you monster?
Miss Sky!
You knew whose fingerprints were all... Those were all on, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet.
Heh, but I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposefully conceal this conclusive evidence.
Yeah, but just...
That, my friend, is a serious offense. I am looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Can't cut your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
Stupid John Travolta one.
Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. I think this is where we talk about the blood. Because there's no blood on this cloth.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. It's gotta be the photo.
What exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No, this is nonsense.
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Ms. Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armored sword. Oh, yeah, just... we're on a roll here.
Yeah. Then to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood, a jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And to make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. It's finally all over, is it? Oh, he looks okay.
Yeah.
You almost had me.
Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict the suspect. Remember, Reggie? Earlier, Wright over here concealed that piece of cloth.
Okay. Well, that's true. Defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
That's not fair! No! It was relevant! It's relevant!
Did you actually think you could beat me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
I'm afraid Mr. Gunn's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True.
Yeah, I think it's the illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person.
Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright?
It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Was this your plan all along, Phoenix?
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point.
So the evidence is illegal.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Eh?
It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence that we have never followed until this moment.
No, Reggie, don't listen to his lies.
You're a police officer, not a lawyer here.
There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let's settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence.
If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. Here we go. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department. Yeah.
Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
Sorry, but can you recall? When was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
No.
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Verify this once more. Day of the crime, you purposefully cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes.
No! Listen, they are important. It's very important. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence.
Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest was the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you.
What the?
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman.
Yeah, that's right.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me.
Goodman turned it down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then, all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall.
well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Red Dead Redemption on Kansas. Yeah, good job, Marshall.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumbled in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
And you put the body in my car.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments in the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes other than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go at it alone.
Yeah, it's like... You make enough money, I'll try and bring you down.
Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Edgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
Oh, don't try to act all righteous now. You big jerk. There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes? Good swimming pools in prison. Oh, man.
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over,
I'll tell everything.
all that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So has she just been doing illegal activities for 2 years?
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. I guess it depends, because what is she guilty of? She's guilty of... Well, she's an accomplice to murder. And she forged evidence.
My, what high standards you have for a rookie.
So, but if she, like, copped a deal, or there was, like, evidence of coercion there, then her sentence could have been lighter. But she probably would have... Being an accomplice to murder, there's... At least in the US, there's something called accomplice liability. So let's say, Weird Vampire, you and I are in a car together. I'm driving the car. And then you're like, hey, Emily, pull over here. I want to run into this bank. You jump out of my car, go into the bank, jump back in my car, and you're like, go, 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 and I drive away. I'm an accomplice, and I'm just as liable for that crime of you committing the bank as an accomplice. So that's accomplice liability. However, that would be that's a different charge. So just because you may get one charge, I may get another if I cop a plea deal or something like that.
I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Oh! You snitch.
Hey, my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing. I am perfect. No, that's an example. I'm like a terrible at being sneaky. Yeah, I would get caught. 100% I would get caught at anything. Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
I like her smiling.
Stop it. I only did my job.
She knows they're in love too.
Oops, sorry. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is, you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Always when you fall.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Ms. Lana Skye.
Gumshoe at the top, dropping the confetti. Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. That was only 3 hours? At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I could see why Mia thought so highly of you. Oh, thanks. To you, Mr. Edgeworth. No, I did my best too.
That's true.
But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Oh, Gumshoe! Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty? And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Lana!
Should you be doing this?
She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
There we go, Gumshoe. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago. It was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. I know, Gumshoe. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis! I asked Aunt to help me cover up the truth. Thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. Yeah, she's been kind of not great this whole time. I like Emma, but she owes this to Emma, so I appreciate this. I was scared of how you'd react if I knew. If you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day, and hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you. Sis! I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis? I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma. Yay! No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least, that's what I felt, watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe, Detective Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. He's an awkward turtle underneath all this. Where was he hiding?
I just came to say, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. He's hiding behind the plant. No matter what anyone may say. I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes.
You can't correct them, but you can do better. What mistakes has he made, though? Mr. Edgeworth?
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
Okay, but you can despise criminals, and still do things the right way. Like, if the truth is this person is not a criminal, then you determine that that person is not a criminal, and then you go find the person who really is the criminal. Like what we've been doing this whole game. Just... I hope it... We're not monetized, so I'm sure it's fine if I flip off the camera, right? Do you know? Anybody know off the top of their head? That's okay.
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary. But I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth...
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did.
Oh yeah, on YouTube I definitely censor it. We're not monetized on Twitch though, so it's like... Oh, don't strike our channel. I won't tell if you won't tell.
That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true. But think back to today's trial.
You weren't alone.
You were working together with Mr. Wright. Because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah.
You had a shield too, yeah.
What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Is it the picture? This one?
Wait,
No!
that might mean something to you, but I don't see it had anything to do with our partnership. Huh? Mr. Wright.
Oh no! I guess it wasn't the right piece of evidence. Damn it! Damn it!
it's time for me to go. I scared off Edgeworth. Oh, excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Fudge! Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Fudge! No! No! Edgeworth, what will you do now? Whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know, it seems I owe you my thanks too, Wright. Damn it! But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. No! No! Farewell. Do I get another shot? I better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Oh look, it's the chicken again. Ah, scientific investigation. Play through it again and put this on. Usually I just play the whole stream and unedited. Unedited. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. Just a lesson so you can see Edgy smiled. Okay. And as for me, I'll save this somewhere else. I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go tricking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order
To sneak her out for 30 minutes.
Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh?
Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who'll be footing the bill.
Huh? Huh?
What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Oh my god. Making Phoenix pay. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Nick paying everyone. Ooh! This is jazzy. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Okay, that's nice. Is it a good job? I messed it up at the end. We were supposed to take care of Edgeworth. Thank you. I did have a walkthrough pulled up just in case. I'm glad I didn't have to use it.
Yikes, I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. Just goes to show you can't shake me off that easily.
Well, yeah, it's okay. I think it's okay in the end. But it was true, like, because we worked together to press Lana, she was able to show us that. But yeah, you're right, the list 100%, that was the list with the drawing. That was the obvious one. I went too quickly. Meekins! My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them though. Someday I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like Dick Gumshoe. Yay!
Gumshoe can be the mentor to Meekins. Can you imagine that partnership? Gumshoe and Meekins investigating a crime scene together. The eagerness. The over-eagerness. Here we go, the blue badger. Just being a blue badger. Oh! Alright, so I think Amanda said she's going to be playing Final Fantasy. And I'm actually going to be playing... Ooh.
What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? This star managed to sneak this into me. She's seeing one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water?
Come shoot me, cause... Yeah, so Amanda's gonna be playing Yakuza, or no, Final Fantasy. I'm gonna start playing Yakuza after this.
Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer's as sweet as victory. Keem seemed to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
That's what I wanted to ask. I bought 1, 0, and 2, and I was thinking of playing them in chronological order. But do you think it would be better to start with Kiwami and then go to 0, and then to 2? Amanda's gonna be playing Final Fantasy VII.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left?
What the hell, Judge?
Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for, how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be... Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go.
Judge. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII is gonna be Amanda, and then Yakuza, I was gonna ask, do you think 1 or 0?
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mr. Maya, afternoon training's about to begin.
Coming. Well, see you around, Nick.
Yay, so he got to visit Maya. Okay, do you think play it chronologically would be good? I kind of wanted to do that just because... Oh, sure, yeah. It's just, I know, like, storyline-wise, it's sad. For Majima, at least. Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on?
Edgeworth got a note. Or this guy left a note for the bell, or Edgeworth left a note for the bellboy.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything.
I'm a little sad, but I'll be all right.
Yes, you will be.
Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Yay, wait, ooh. Examine. Oh. I don't know which 7. Amanda, I don't know. Amanda bought it and told me that's what she's gonna play. I don't know if it's the new or old one. Oh. That's so cute. Yay! Okay, there we go. Yay! That is Ace Attorney. We did it, guys! Thank you. Certainly probably won't be the last time we ever play this game just because we like it, but we are going to take a break. Maybe not this game, but we do have the full collection, the full trilogy. So like what you see here, like we still haven't met Godot or Pearl or Francisca von Karma yet, so probably sometime in the future we will be playing those games, but taking a long break for now. Thank you so much for watching it. It's always fun playing this game with a chat. So, and thank you, Word Vampire, for sticking around. I forget if Amanda's going to stream next week or if it's going to be me. But we will be here next week, and I'm so looking forward to it and starting a brand new game with you guys. All right, we'll be here. Like I said, all the other Ace Attorney videos are up on the YouTube. So if anybody wants to catch up with the story, that's there. All right. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye. Have a great rest of your Sunday.